Okay, folks, so it's time. 24 hours away from the big one, the Europa League Final in Baku. Now, sounds like an outpost on the edge of the Star Wars galaxy, but Baku is in Azerbaijan, and it is on the most remote part of Europe. There has been numerous stories about how difficult it is to get to Baku, the traveling involved, but it seems many Gooners are out there, and our club will be represented in the Europa League Final, where we meet Chelsea. London derby on the edge of Europe. Now, it's been 19 days since Arsenal played last, and a lot of people wondering why we couldn't have stretched out the league program to encapsulate more games so that the gap would not be as far away as this. 19 days is a long time to keep training, a long time to keep focused for players and fans alike. And the people, the bookmakers, have made Chelsea 4-6 favourites and Arsenal 11-10. So I don't know why, how, where they got those odds, but that's what Arsenal are up against. Our record in European finals is not great, to be honest. We have lost 4 of our last 5. The only win being back in Copenhagen 25 years ago. But history goes out the window in a lot of these things, and this team will be motivated to win the Europa League, a European title for the first time in 25 years for the club. Olivier Giroud is the top goal scorer on 10, and something Chelsea have done this whole season is that they have been unbeaten all the way through in the Europa League. Now, no team has ever won the Europa League having gone through the campaign unbeaten, so that's in our favour. Now, as we know, the allocation has been abysmal, but Arsenal fans are there in their droves. 4,000 or 5,000 Arsenal fans will make themselves heard in the stadium. And the whole thing has been a shambles from UEFA's point of view, as we all know. They knew the airport was not capable of handling such numbers of supporters, yet they went ahead and booked Baku a couple of years in advance for this final. And very poor planning. So on Chelsea's side, Maurizio Sarri, what is he going to do? Is he like a dead man walking already? Is his future already decided by a Chelsea club that is very quick to bring down the axe? And is Frank Lampard waiting in the wings? We wonder what's going to happen. But it seems like it might be Sarri's last game. I don't want to throw any shade on the Chelsea camp, but there's just too much going on. And the recent, he spat the dummy out a little bit in the training pitch when he slammed something to the ground. Very reminiscent of the Carabao Cup final. Hazard's final game. Surely Hazard will turn up tomorrow, but does he have the team behind him that's going to help him to win? If Arsenal can keep tabs on Hazard, and this is where I talked about previously, we want Torreira and Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Socrates to watch Hazard as he moves in those various areas on the left-hand side of Chelsea's attack. He will surely be trying to supply Olivier Giroud, and we need to keep Olivier Giroud quiet and Pedro quiet and Hazard quiet, which is not beyond the realms of possibility at all. We'll be halfway there to the final. We are a Champions League caliber team, so we should be in the Champions League, and this is our last chance to gain entry into the Champions League. Look at our form in the previous rounds. We have beaten Valencia, who went on to beat Barcelona in the Copa, and that's showing true form. We've beaten Valencia home and away soundly, and they've beat Barcelona. Now, that just stands to our form against Valencia. Also, Napoli, they are in the Champions League. So those are two teams we faced in this campaign who will be in the Champions League next year, and we need to join that party. Now, obviously, we need to look at ourselves and what we're going to do. The Czech Leno controversy. Well, I think we all know that Checo will be part of the first team in this one, the first name on the sheet almost, due to sentimentality of Emery, and there's very little to choose probably between Czech and Leno, but Leno is clearly the better goalkeeper, so we should, in my opinion, go with the best goalkeeper and leave sentiment out of it a little bit. Now, I think the players will be motivated to do this for Henrik Mkhitaryan. This is for the players' safety. The club has decided that Henrik Mkhitaryan should not travel, and this is another bow that Arsenal can use. We need to use all of the motivation that we can to get the result that we need. We need to be motivated to win this game. And due to fears for the players' safety, Henrik Mkhitaryan will not be travelling. We do need Mr. Emery to have a good day coaching. This is his competition, and he's won it 3 times with Sevilla. Only Giovanni Trapattoni has equalled that feat and won it 3 times also. And the people with 2 wins are Mourinho and Benitez. So Emery's in good company there, and hopefully he can get a 4th Europa League under his belt, and will have fulfilled the mandate that the club needed from him for this season. We are at a crossroads in our season, in the last game of our season. Our season is going to be perceived very, very much through this one game, through this league opponent that we have in the Premier League. Going all the way back to Stamford Bridge, where we played really, really well, should have beaten Chelsea, but we ultimately lost 3-2. We got redemption at the Emirates when we really needed to pull off a gut check of a win. When we needed to in the league, we beat Chelsea soundly using the diamond formation, and I would advocate using the diamond formation again. People have been talking about 3 at the back, but I would play a flat back 4. Looks like Czech, but I would pick Leno. Koscielny, Socrates, Monreal, Ainsley, Maitland-Niles. The reasoning for me to do a flat back 4 is I want a player who's going to sit on Jorginho, and I want to play Ozil, and Ozil's not going to be a player who's going to be able to sit on Jorginho and stop that outlet. So I would play Ozil and have Guendouzi as the player who's going to man mark Jorginho. Finishing the diamond will be Xhaka and Torreira. And then finally our 2 lethal strikers, Aubameyang and Lacazette, who single-handedly have been masterminds of this competition, especially in the semi-final, each of them bagging, I believe, 4 and 3 goals together. So that is superb form. We have a lot that we can trouble Chelsea with. Chelsea are a little bit toothless going forward. We need to keep Hazard quiet, and then we can get at the Chelsea team. Ozil needs to have a big game, obviously, along with the 2 centre-backs and the two strikers. Waiting in the wings will be Danny Welbeck, and this is an opportune time for him to show his value. Uh, and he's going to be in the shop window. If he comes on with about 20-25 minutes to go, he can add something and really, really scare Chelsea. But I'm hoping that it will be more of an easy game for us. I'm predicting a 3-1 win for us. Lacazette will score, and I will go with Aubameyang getting the other goal and Torreira bagging the third goal in what will be a barn buster win. Much needed win to seal Unai Emery's first season under the Arsenal, and moving forward we can do things in the summer transfer window. Join Gundit News and I tomorrow. We will have a watch along for the final. Avoid all of the heavy traffic, bigger sites, and come to ours. We'll be able to give you more attention. We will answer your questions, and we will just have an intimate party. So join Arsenal Fan Circle for a watch along tomorrow. The excitement is building. I believe we will win 3-1. I can't even think about the alternative. We are good enough to beat this Chelsea team. There seems to be a lot of infighting in this Chelsea team. Maybe Conte will not be fit. Rudiger is not going to be fit. Hudson, Odoi, and Loftus-Cheek are not fit. So we are definitely in a better position, but we need to take advantage of this thing. Like I said, join us tomorrow for a watch-along party where we will be watching Arsenal versus Chelsea live from Baku. And just an interesting fact, Azerbaijan is the 24th different country. You know what I'm talking about, Glenn. 24th different country to host the Europa League Final. So join us, everybody. Subscribe if you're new. If you're watching this for a bit and you haven't subscribed yet, if you enjoy the videos, please hit the subscribe button down there. I'm trying to get to 80 subscribers by the start of next season, and I'm 23 away. So please, please, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell notifications, and join Gundit News and I tomorrow for the watch along.